Now let's paint a tree here. So I'm going to begin with my Hake brush, and this is going to be quite a thick mix because it's in the foreground. Something like that. Maybe even thicker. So sometimes it does take a while getting the right colour, the right thickness, so stick with that. And here we go. So I'm going to do the tree here. One thing I forgot to do though is some shadow here, but I can do that hopefully later. So here we go. So you have to be quite bold with this, which is can make you nerve-wracking. So try to make it as simple as possible. I'm going to do two trunks joined together because I find those kind of trees look better and are easier to paint. Now this is drying out super quick. So quickly I'm going to start adding branches. But although I'm doing it quickly, I have to be careful to make it look good. I might even spray that because it's drying out so quickly. Okay, I think we want a branch there. And let's see. So not always, but most of the time I start from the branches or from the trunk and then flick outwards. That's normally the way I do it, but not always. And that I think looks quite acceptable, maybe even quite nice. Maybe just here though, needs to be thicker. So I press down there, and I don't like that because it dried out, and so I'm just re-wetting it, and then I'm going to spray it. It will just help it blend in, and then I'm going to give a shadow here, and I have to do that fairly quickly, and it needs to be a bit more redder. Now my shadow is probably going to be a bit different to them because they're in the distance and they're going to be more towards the horizon, whereas this is going to be a bit lower down with my sun there. I haven't even really thought about the angle of the slope, which I should have done. There we go. I think that looks correct. So these shadows and this one shouldn't be the same because these are further in the distance, and things further in the distance, the shadow is going to be more at an angle, and things nearer to you, the shadow is going to be a little further down. Okay, and then I'm going to do some grass. Now you're going to be tempted to do a lot of grass because it's another one of those things where you start to do it and then you just get carried away and you want to do more. So you have to try and rein in that temptation. And then I have to try and make these shadows follow this one. And they should perhaps even be longer, but there you go. And I might just add a shadow here. So it's actually a almost embarrassingly simple painting, but ooh, that's too strong, but I can soften it. So that's another way you can do these hills. You can begin dark, and then as you go up, add water to your brush and just soften it, and that works very well. You might even prefer to do it that way. There we go. Yeah, I quite like that. So let's leave that to dry. Yeah, it's almost embarrassingly simple, this painting, but it looks very, very nice. At least I think so, and hope you agree. So let's leave that to dry, and then let's paint a figure.